Town is a really unique place, a really fascinating place, and this is the second time I made it to Cape Town, to South Africa. In this video I want to talk about the first week, the first few days of being here in Cape Town in January. It's a time where so many people from other countries, a lot of people from Germany come to Cape Town to spend their winter days. So I think it's a very special time to be here, since so many people are around in the city. But what sounds amazing in the first place turns out to be a little more confusing to me personally. And I really had some challenges and struggles the last days. So in this video I want to talk about my personal experiences from the first days in Cape Town. The first thing, Cape Town has so much to offer. Amazing beaches, amazing nature, beautiful weather, so many different sceneries out here. And since the city has so much to offer, I found it a little challenging to actually think about ideas for shootings. I feel a little overwhelmed by all the things that the city has to offer, which in the first place sounds like, okay, it's just something that you have to deal with and you go for some location scouting and then you're done with it. In theory that works, and we're about to do some location scouting today as well. But in combination with the fact that a lot of people are actually in the city and you get to see friends from hometown, and everyone was like, yeah, I've shot on the beach, or please don't shoot at the beach anymore because so everyone shoots there. And just talking to them, seeing what they've done in the past weeks, and really the opinions of the others made me a little unsure about what I actually want to do. Because of course I wanted to shoot at the beach, but hearing so many voices that tell me, yeah, everyone shot there before, you shouldn't really do it, it's too boring. Hearing those things actually made me a little nervous. I found that it's not something that you could just, make a decision on just by now and then you're done. It takes some time to really think about what you want to do. So yeah, I had to struggle with this a lot in the first days. The second thing I want to mention is like my overall approach that I have of my time being here. So at first when I came here, I just thought about, okay, I just bring a ton of film. I would meet with some people and just do my thing. But being here and like overall scanning the entire situation and everyone that's already been here and is actually here at the same time, the situation turned out to be a little more challenging at first. So we've been spending the time just do researching on the laptop and just catching the vibe of the city in general and not doing too much, to be honest. And now it's day 4 or even day 5. And today I have the feeling that like, okay, being here and like soaking it all in, and now I'm at a point where I can clearly think about, okay, what I actually want to do. Because what happens when a lot of people are here and tell you what you do and tell you what has been done before, you start to struggle with, okay, I've heard that a lot of people shot on the beach, which is totally obvious here because the beaches are very beautiful. But is that actually, should that be the reason why you shouldn't do it just because everyone else has done it? And to be honest, usually I would say, okay, everyone shot at the beach, so I won't be shooting at the beach because it just, would look too similar. But then I came to the realization that, it's my first time here. I still have a very touristic perspective from the city. And if I feel like shooting at the beach, I shouldn't care about the opinions of others at all. Because as I said, if you're able to put your own soul into your photos, you just listen to what you're up to, what you really want to do. You could shoot at the exact same locations as everyone did before, and your photos would still look different in the end. That's something that is 100% safe in my opinion. But it requires a lot of patience and realization to come to this very point. But just focusing on like yourself and having a unique view to the world actually helps you to figure out what you really want to do, even if you're shooting in the same location. And one thing that I've found, which is very obvious to be honest, but it's such an important thing that you shouldn't really spend too much time just looking, for example, on Instagram or wherever, just being on social media too much. It is killing like everything that's inside you, because you start to comparing and seeing what everyone else has done here before. So I would highly recommend to, like, if you come to a place and you know that it's a really photographic place, a lot of people are here, really just listen to yourself. And if you feel like shooting at the beach, even if 1,000 other people have shot there before, just do it. Like, give it a try and don't spend too much time, you know, on social media comparing yourself and comparing your ideas to someone else. Because in the end, as I said, if it's really like coming from what's inside you, your photos will turn out completely differently. You just gotta focus on what's in here and what you feel like. There's so many things that you can't really, you know, predict. So many things that just happen and you have to deal with that, which is the weather, which is the models, which is so many, you know, tiny different things, like the time of the day and what light there is. And there's so many things that add up and that lead to creating a very, you know, unique set of photos in the end. And this is something that I mentioned in my earlier video where I talk about why I love film so much, because it really told me to, you know, just accept everything as it is and to just work with that. And this is what I'm actually going to do, like, for the next days. I'm taking it slow. I'm really listening to myself. I'm not spending much time on my phone. And this really helps me to, you know, to get a clear vision of what I actually want to do here. And after, you know, turning down all that noise really helps to be okay with the entire situation and to don't have too much anxiety and not too much, you know, thoughts about what could happen. Just being okay with the entire situation really calms your mind, and I think that also leads to being more present during the shooting, having more creative ideas. And that's something that, you know, will in the end make the photos stick out the most, hopefully. The last thing I want to mention is something that that you might have recognized during your entire life. And I just found it to be a very present thing in the last few days. It has something to do with overthinking and therefore with not making any decisions and procrastinating. So when I think about having some shooting ideas, meeting with people and taking photos, it has a lot to do with just making decisions and really, you know, getting to action. Because I just want to take the perfect decision, make the perfect decisions, have everything to work 100%. If you happen to be in such a scenery, such a surrounding, such a place where there's so much overstimulation, this adds up to my overthinking, and I end up with making no decisions at all. So what really helped me to overcome those unnecessary overthinking thoughts is to be okay with the entire situation and to not try to make a decision which is a 90 or 100% perfect, because there is almost like 100% perfect decision. It's something that almost doesn't exist, and you really should become more familiar and more okay with making decisions that actually lead to actions, even if you're just 51% convinced that this is the right decision. It will help you to overcome your procrastination. And as I said before, action leads to motivation. You could always, like, you know, wait for motivation to kick in, but what actually leads to motivation is if you just do it. And this is something that really helped me to be, you know, to get faster feedback, to learn more, and to just overall be more, feeling a little more progress. Because sometimes you think about how everything is supposed to work. I would encourage you to just make more decisions that are not overthought so much, and to really just, you know, put in the work. In the creative field, it's not like there is no right or wrong. It's just like how you gotta make it work in the end. So I would encourage you guys to, if you ever happen to be in the same situation, And I think we have those situations a lot during our entire lives, actually, during our mundane lives. Don't try to make it 100% perfect, because there is no such thing as 100% perfect, in my opinion. It will help you to become more satisfied with the overall situation, with the overall photos that you're going to take, possibly. Because if there is no perfectionism, if there is no 100% perfect, the photos will become unique in their own way. If you just focus on, your own inner voice and just, let everything be okay as it is. So what I'm trying to say is, you could either just, be on the couch and don't do anything, which ultimately will lead to that nothing changes for you. Or you could rather just, make a decision, and this will actually give you a chance to make a difference and to change the situation. All I'm trying to say is, don't overthink too much, and it's all about how you deal with the situation. Yeah, just have a little faith and trust in yourself, and you will make it work. So this pretty much wraps up the video, and I hope you enjoyed this short video. I actually enjoy sharing my feelings and my thoughts about different situations, because I think a lot of us happen to be in the same situation at some point. And therefore I hope that you could, learn from this little something that I put out. I don't know about how you guys deal with those situations, but if you happen to have some other tips and things that you actually do to handle those situations, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'm actually very interested in reading about how you guys deal with those situations. And again, thank you very much if you made it this far in the video. It really helps me, it helps the channel, and I'm really looking forward to put out more videos like that. So if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Have a great day, see you soon, and take care, guys.